guy. That's the bad guy. Bad guy. Bad guy. That's the bad guy. The bad guy. The bad guy. Commission. The bad guy. The bad guy. The bad guy.
We don't do no talking. We know what they do for the views. If I took a loss, no, I got it all back. They just wanna talk, so we gonna talk facts. Got it out the mud. Got it out the mud.
Not promote or promotion any illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant only for educational purpose only.
Throughout the football season, every Friday night, we bring you exclusive sideline access and post-game interviews. We go straight to the head coaches, asking tough questions live with no edits. Just real, honest conversations.
We're now seeking sponsorships for our platform. Both businesses and individuals can support us through
You know the story. It's heavy in the air. When a father turns to shadows, how could you even dare? Yo, Will Henry, you a sucker. Let's break it down. Claim you a man, but where's your crown? Put your hands up, kid. You taught him how to fight, but you ain't fighting right, man. This ain't no light. You grab your son, run off like a thief in the night. Where's the love? This ain't how you raise a child, right? Kicking your son out like he's just a game piece. How you claim to be a dad, forgetting his release. Will Henry, you a sucker. Can't you see the glare? Claiming blackmailing the myth. You think no one cares? Special needs child, you're running from the truth. But every word you spit just reveals your own you. Admitting the violence, it's hard for me to trust. Fighting your kid, nah, that's just unjust. 6'2", but he's still your son at the core. Raising fists over lessons, that ain't what you're for. Talk about forgiveness, but you let ego reign. Dragging things out like a puppet on a chain. You think you're tough, man, but underneath is weak. Claiming power with fists when it should be love you seek. Allegations swirling, made public and raw. Yet you try to justify and glaze over the flaw. Just look in the mirror, see the man you become. A name in the charts, but what's under that drum? Will Henry, you a sucker, got all eyes on you. Blackmail and violence, is that the best you can do? Special needs child, you claim it's all fine, but the truth in the lineup is living in every line. Will Henry, you a sucker, got all eyes on you. Blackmail and violence, is that the best you can do? Special needs child, you claim it's all fine, but the truth in the lineup is living in every line. Look, I'm not built to watch a man tear down his own. You need to change direction before the seed you sown. A name ain't a warrior. It's the truth that empowers. So rise up, Will, and stop hiding in the towers.
What is going on, everybody, man? We got a good one for you today, man. We got a good one for you today. Man, we got a good one, man. You might want to share this.
Let's keep it real.
Will Henry, man, you crazy. You out of pocket, bro.
No detail too
But
soon.
welcome, man. Welcome back to another one. The manipulation, the cruelty. These people, the disregard they have, but what a weekend it was in Boston, from what I hear. What went down at the Omni Hotel, we gonna talk about it. Right out the horse's keyboard himself.
Turn it down, see who's stuck in the cage. Turtle, where's the hustle, where's the grind? Living on the couch, man, that's no way to unwind. Your case came along, put you on a path. While Karen stays real, you just do the math. Free Karen, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, Kevy kept
Willie Boy,
goddamn,
goddamn, man. You took that dirty shit from Tennessee up to Boston. Crazy. I'll tell you what we're gonna talk about if this shit is real. is crazy, should be held accountable. If he's trolled, should be held accountable. We're gonna talk about this.
Like it's all just for fame. And let's talk about the couch, man. That's where you lay until the truth hit. Then you found your own way. She didn't mock you now. She was family, no lie. But you breaking that bond, bro, that's goodbye. Yeah. Turtle, turtle, listen up, it's time to rise. Living in the shadow, all those tired alibis. Karen's got a strength. Yeah, she knows a place while you hide behind the hate. Can't keep up the pace. Free Karen Red, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, kept holding it down. J Brill with the beats, yeah, we spitting facts. Turtle's just a mirror showing all your tracks. Free Karen Red, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, kept holding it down. J Brill with the beats, yeah, we spitting facts. Turtle's just a mirror showing all your tracks. Keep it real podcast, that's where we speak, no lies. Supporting real people, see through all the guys. Karen's got a story and we're here to tell. It's more than just a game, it's your on your track, yeah. Keep it real podcast, that's where we speak, no lies. Supporting real people, see through all the guys. Karen's got a story and we're here to tell. It's more than just a game.
What is going on, everybody, man? How we doing? What's happening? Cold as shit out there. Patriots arrived in San Francisco. Is it San Francisco, California? I know they're out in Cali, but we're going to wish the Patriots, all the best luck and success. Get them duck boats ready, right? Will the Glare, man. Yo, I seen some shit today. Shout out to my man who sent me this stuff, and if he wants me to give him credit later, I definitely will. But what a weekend it was out in Boston. God damn. But we hear something really disturbing surfaced online, right? A story involving, Turtle Boy's number 2 POS, Will Henry Lange, a man who attached himself to Turtle Boy at the damn hips with arms to wrap around him. You seen it in front of D&E Pizza. But he attached himself right to Turtle Boy's platform and to his chaos. You know what? Kev's right. This motherfucker is messy. He is definitely messy. And an alleged incident at the Omni Hotel in Boston, right? Let's be clear. We're not here to declare any guilt on anybody, or I ain't here to accuse anybody of anything. Good morning, Mr. Sweeney. We are just trying to rid some of these cockroaches. And that's what they are. They are cockroaches. And when your house is infested with cockroaches, you need to call the exterminator. But an alleged incident at the Omni Hotel in Boston with Will Henry, out of his own words. Let me get it up here. Hang on. His own words. Hang on while this is uploading. Here we go. Is this the first one? Let me see if I can enhance the screen a little bigger. Well, this was his own words, right? Let me enhance this a little bigger for you. Hang on. This was the second one. Here we go. So he's inside Turtle's chat today, or yesterday, or whatever it was, right? He's inside his chat. Let me get this one out of here now. We don't need that one. And we don't need this guy either. I'll drop down. He's inside Turtle's chat, right? And he puts a comment out there, right? So, and it kind of like blows you the hell away. I got accused of grape already at my hotel. For one, it's disturbing enough that this came out of your mouth, and it's on a scale of 1 to 10. How believable is this? For one, that he got accused already. That like already shit. Already they accusing me shit. I already knocked one off. I got accused of blank already at my hotel. Now let's be clear. Like I said, we ain't here to declare guilt on this dude, right? But we are here to talk about this dude's sloppy, horrible behavior. This dude's pattern about the way certain men, I noticed around this Free Karen Reed thing, treat violence against women as a friggin' joke, as a prop, as a storyline, as a weapon, and it's just degrading. It's just disgusting. Now, knowing who it was that put this out here, so that alone is disturbing. Am I right? The allegation alone, and the allegation comes from the Galera himself, William Henry Lange. Comes from him himself. I don't like you, bro. I don't like the turtle. I think the way you degrade females is disgusting. But most men that abuse females, they also abuse their own mother. So that's why he don't care talking down on someone else's mother when he probably didn't give his own mother any respect. So why would he give your mother any respect? This is the kind of bloodline that you have around here. And like I said, they like cockroaches. You know what I mean? After a while, when the house gets too infested, you got to exterminate them. Turtle will get exterminated at court. The judge will take care of him. Because the way it's looking, he's either going to have to cop out to a plea deal, and if he takes it to trial, he's cooked. So again, this is just an accusation, right? It's not even proof. It's this dude's big ass mouth. But what if we talk to the Omni Boston Hotel? What matters here, right? How's Will Henry gonna respond? And we already see how he responded. He didn't like with nothing but disrespect. I got accused of blank already at my hotel. No concern, no friggin' empathy. He don't care. These people don't care. Look how they even treat the subject matter. They don't even treat it with the respect it deserves. Even if he is capping, even if he is trolling. No, he just brushed it off like it was a joke. And then he says, look at that. The Omni handled it right, but I wish I took a picture of the twat. the Omni handled it right. Is it kind of like how the Omni handled P. Diddy and Cassidy? How did the Omni handle it? Getting accused, did you or didn't you? Hey, anybody around Boston, man, if somebody could track down the girl, tell her to, come on, we'll do an interview, we'll talk to her and see what really happened. And maybe Jay Brill will go down to the Omni because he's been doing a lot of great investigating. He'll go down to the Omni and he'll see if they handled it right. Or maybe one of y'all want to go down to the Omni or call the Omni. Why don't somebody tag the Omni Boston right now? Tag them, whether you're on, if you're on Twitter, Facebook, tag them now, tag them later. But let's see how the Omni handled it. Because he said the Omni handled it right. As if, it was some kind of customer service hiccup instead of a life-altering allegation, right? Oh, yeah, we're sorry, sir. We'll take care of this one. Is that how the Omni handled it right? Was it bad customer service? How did the Omni handle it right? That's crazy. I got accused of blank and the Omni handled it right. I wish I took a picture of the... Where is this lady? People, be on the lookout. Let's track the person down and tell her to go to any social media platform and come online and speak her truth and tell her if that happened, then she should be protected and this guy should get what he deserves. Because look, the Omni handled it right, but I wish I took a picture. How did the Omni handle it right? I got accused of at my hotel at the Omni. The Omni handled it right. So Will Glass says he got accused of the most horrible thing, and he jokes and he laughs it down, saying how the Omni handled that shit right. Is that how you handle things at the Omni? Someone tagged them in Twitter or on X. There's 20 some odd people. Let's see. I know. I don't get, it'll get built up. There's 18 people over there on X, 5 on, over there on Facebook. But yeah, definitely tag the Omni because I'm curious. Was it bad customer service? But it sounds like it was something that was a life altering allegation. That's all good. We're talking about Will DeGlera. He actually, he was in Turtle's chat and he says he got accused. Oops. He got accused of the grape already at my hotel. Already, like it was it was bound to happen. I bet it is, man. You look like that kind of POS, But he said he got accused of it. He said, but it's okay because like P. Diddy did, right? We got the Omni to handle it. The hotel handled it like it was some kind of damn customer service. And just that reaction alone kind of tells you everything you need to know about the culture surrounding these guys. And they laugh at shit like that. When their trolling becomes violent. And if this story is false, right? If Will Henry, if he's making this shit up, if he exaggerated it, or if he's using it for friggin' attention, that itself is its own form of damn violence. And you shouldn't accept him anymore. You shouldn't be on there sending him super chats. Save your damn money. Buy your grandchildren, a new toy. Don't use it for these guys. You don't joke around about women being harmed, about rape, and you don't use one of the most traumatic experiences a person probably endured as a punchline to your joke or as a punchline to your clicks. Because if you are lying, then you should definitely be held accountable. And if you're telling the truth, you should be held accountable. That's crazy. How you can either just blurt that out. I got accused up at my hotel, and the most disturbing part, don't worry, the Omni took care of it. What? Kind of like the other hotel took care of Diddy, right? Is that how the Omni Hotel took care of it? Clip that. Hashtag Omni Hotel. But if these guys are lying, if he's lying, he should be held accountable. People go through some serious shit and they don't want to be, and you're going to come up here and lie about something like that. And how did the hotel handle it? Because either way, the behavior alone, reprehensible, horrible, lame, disgusting, fake, fraud, manipulator. I could think of a bunch of other negatives. And the fact that this kind of talk happens just casually in the Turtle Boy community, it's not an accident. This is what this guy developed, man. He's loving this. Sitting there like the devil. Building a culture around their friggin' turtle. Tell me if I'm lying, please. This is where Turtle Boy comes into this picture, right? Because this isn't just about Will Henry. This is about the environment that he was invited into. He was already a little dirty ass bastard in his other community, exploiting children. Oh, yeah. So he got ran up out of there. This is the environment that he was invited into, right? The platform that Turtle Boy helped him build. Not getting it from the ground like I am. This tone, Turtle Boy has been putting this type of behavior in play since the beginning. He's been playing everybody while building a brand on cruelty, friggin' humiliation, mocking victims, talking about, making fun of little black kids that get killed by the police, letting the N-word just casually roll off his tongue, but that's okay. How long has Turtle Boy been weaponizing females for? And it's the same pattern over and over. Fake account, go to the police station, Oh, she's hacking me. Oh, poor me, poor me. They're out to get me. He's been doing this for years. It's been his pattern, weaponizing woman trauma. Glass sounds proud of those allegations, doesn't he? You know, and the way he said already, oh, got accused of rape already. Is it lunchtime yet, Ma? You know what I mean? People like this, man, they're punks. They're punks. They're the lowest form. They're cockroaches. That's what they are. And when the cockroaches get into this free Cameron Reed house, we got to exterminate them. When Turtle Boy is finally convicted, because I didn't think he was going to get convicted for the longest time. And then the other day, watching that hearing, and I don't know what, I mean, Melanie Little, yo, whatever to you, I don't even know. But you claim that you have all this law experience, but I didn't see what you seen in that courtroom. I seen a judge tell Betterow, like, yo, I don't even understand this shit. I seen Cosgrove said, he backed it up saying, this ain't a motion. And it wasn't a motion. And then the judge doubled down on Brado and was like, bro. And Brado said, yep, I am lead counsel. I should have been paying more attention, you know, to what my little lackey over here was doing. And what the judge say? Brado, your office should do the motions from now on. Bang! Betterow got knocked down about 4 feet. You know, that was not a good day. Cosgrove is not coming off the case. They're just going to add another judge. And here's the craziest part that I don't even think Turtle Boy paid attention to. The judge said, it's not matter whether you did this or not. You already admitted on all your videos that you did this. You're on video doing it. You already admitted it. It's a matter, did you step over that line between journalism and intimidation? And a couple of them situations telling people they don't ever deserve to live free. You know, stuff like that. The whole thing with Collins School, I think you're going to have a problem with that one and the Julie Nagel one. So they convict you on one, you done. But back to this other scrub. Let's get back to this other friggin' scrub. You know what I mean? Saying, you know, oh, I did this, you know, I got accused of this. That was like, what a punk, man. What a punk. And I can't believe after all this shit this guy talked, he just walked in here, you know what I mean? Like nothing. He's just following the Turtles friggin' playbook, you know? Building a brand on just treating people like shit, on humiliation, on mocking victims. He's been weaponizing females for entertainment for years. I mean, they came in here and they just treat abuse like a joke. There's shock value. It's currency to these guys. These motherfuckers, right? They attract people who think allegations are content. It's not always about content. And if he is trolling this, if this was just making this shit up, you think assault is edgy? Like that's cool? These are your guys, right? Turtle Boy and Will DeGlare. These are your people. These are who you want to give your super chats to. Even if he is lying, it's still a form of violence. If he is lying, either way, they should be canceled for this. I volunteered for the Great Crisis Center in Connecticut. It's no laughing matter, no joke, nothing to boaster about. Even calling her a TWAT is gross. Absolutely. 100%. And I like to know how the Omni took care of it. Like, was it customer service? How did the Omni take care of it? Because you see later he said, oh, but the Omni handled it right. How do you handle that situation right? Like the hotel handled P. Diddy? See, I didn't even see the one on Twitter. I just seen, the screenshots, inside Turtle Boy's chat, and that was all I needed to see. That was all I friggin' needed. Because there's never any situation where that is acceptable. I have a daughter, I have granddaughters, I have sisters, I have a wife, I have a mother. I respect, I respect the females. I got a lot of females in my family. Screenshot of Glad chat message. I got a lot of respect. I remember when me and my wife used to go to Seekonk Speedway, and this is going back like 20 years, there was a female car racer, and I was kind of like, wow, you know what I mean? She's getting down with all the, like she's getting out there and doing it. Like there was a time where that was unheard of. The owner of Seekonk Speedway, Miss Vendetti, the oldest female racetrack owner. That's unheard of. And then you got people like this who is in this great like this once Karen Reed, the second trial, once Karen Reed got acquitted, that was an opportunity to take what was built here and continue to do great things for people that are also suffering injustice. But no, it got so toxic. Turtle Boy and his BS, talking to Karen, and then Karen responding, and then the recording, and that right there split everything. You want to blame someone for splitting shit? Blame that dude. He split the shit up by choosing to take on Karen Reed. And when he chose to take on Karen Reed, people chose a side. People say, all right, Karen Reed, what does she represent? I know a lot of people, oh, she killed John, but no, she got found not guilty. She's acquitted, so you can never say that. And she's still out there trying to find the killer. And I would think that if Karen Reed did, get rid of John, then all right, let me let this go. I kind of got away with this one. Let me kick back, like Casey Anthony did. She knew she got away with that one, so I'm gonna kick back. I'm gonna stay out of the limelight. I'm not just gonna keep wiping it in their face, even though there ain't much they could do. She can come out and say, "Yep, it was me," and none of y'all can do about it either. You know, very, very possible. And then we have Turtle Boy creating, these spaces around here, you know, attacking people that are weak for shock value, for currency. These people treat abuse like it's a friggin' joke, man. And sometimes it's like, nah, man, like somebody has to stand up, right? When JFK was going at the glare, like nobody would stand up. Not nobody, a few people did. But anytime anybody did, they got attacked. Which is crazy because it seems like JFK stands 10 toes down. They believe it. I really believe in their story. I can appreciate their story. I can appreciate where they came from. It's definitely a hard knock life. And then for a piece of shit like this to say, "Oh, you're a hood booger," that's racist. That's racist right there because I'm poor. They believe all press is good press. And you were the one that was part of the organization, right? The where is it? The Crisis Center in Connecticut. If somebody at the Crisis Center ever wants to come over here, come on the podcast and talk about what they have going on there, and maybe there's some people in the community, that could really need to reach out. A friend of mine is the director of Mothers Against Drunk Driving, Wes Pennington, and I bring him on every once in a while, and he talks about the need about the alcohol in the schools, and if somebody from the crisis center, a spokesperson, wants to come on the podcast and maybe say what the center's about and give their 1-800 number or whatever telephone number they have. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Can we keep it real 5 at gmail.com, So yeah, if anybody from the center, I'm sure we could spread a positive message out of all this. Glare is disgusting. And Mods for Dad Challenge podcast, YouTube. Speaking of mods, I actually heard that Turtle Boys mods are gonna be they're gonna be testifying for the state, and they could be the John Doe of his conspiracy charge. People like this Turtle, and Will Glare, they treat allegations, abuse, oh, it's content, it's content. How many times have he recorded people getting hurt? He thinks people's pain is a storyline. He be trying to attract the same people in his circle he goes after. It's something that he's always done. This is a culture that this dude has built, and now he's got Will Henry, a product of it. Every time this shit happens with the turtle, it's the same pattern, and he just sticks with his lackeys that are around him at the time, and he uses them to go out and do their dirty work. So go ahead, NK, go do the dirty work. Machado, go ahead. Watch. Then when the strikes start coming, your channels are the ones getting hit. Because men like these guys that treat assault like a joke, they're not being disgusting. They're doing harm. They're not, they're doing a lot of harm They're not just being disgusted. Blair has less than 700 in his chat, half of what he usually has. Turtle Boy and Blair are both self-destructive who have been accused of rape. Absolutely. Absolutely. They're both disgusting people, and I think that more people now are starting to recognize who they are. Yeah, I don't like Turtle Boy. People are like, oh, you just don't like him. You know what? You're absolutely right. Because he's less than a man. He can't stand on his own toes. We're going to play a quick song. Give me a minute, because I got so much more for y'all. Trust me.
It's a living hell.
Yeah. You know the story. It's heavy in the air. When a father turns to shadows, how could you even dare? Yo, Will Henry, you a sucker. Let's break it down. Claim you a man, but where's your crown? Put your hands up, kid. You taught him how to fight, but you ain't fighting right, man. This ain't no light. You grab your son, run off like a thief in the night. Where's the love? This ain't how you raise a child, right? Kicking your son out like he's just a game piece. How you claim to be a dad, forgetting his release. Will Henry, you a sucker. Can't you see the glare? Claiming blackmail in the myth. You think no one cares? Special needs child, you're running from the truth. But every word you spit just reveals your own you. Admitting the violence, it's hard for me to trust. Fighting your kid, nah, that's just unjust. 6'2", but he's still your son at the core. Raising fists over lessons, that ain't what you're for. Talk about forgiveness, but you let ego reign. Dragging things out like a puppet on a chain. You think you're tough, man, but underneath is weak. Claiming power with fists when it should be love you seek. Allegations swirling, made public and raw. Yet you try to justify and glaze over the flaw. Just look in the mirror, see the man you become. A name in the charts, but what's under that drum? Will Henry, you a sucker, got all eyes on you. Blackmail and violence, is that the best you can do? Special needs child, you claim it's all fine, but the truth's in the lineup, is living in every line. Will Henry, you a sucker, got all eyes on you. Blackmail and violence, is that the best you can do? Special needs child, you claim it's all fine, but the truth's in the lineup, is living in every line. Look, I'm not built to watch a man tear down his own. You need to change direction before the seed you sown. A name ain't a warrior. It's the truth that empowers. So rise up, Will, and stop hiding in the towers. Yeah.
Will Henry said that he's taken away all his moderators' wrenches. He said he's been doing some troubleshooting. But you know what happened? I think him and Turtle Boy had a conversation, and Turtle Boy said, hey, they're subpoenaing my moderators to court to testify for the other side. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? And they're going to ask him, did Turtle Boy coordinate with you guys? Did you guys help him coordinate this shit? You watch. Come November, it's going to get good. Shit's all catching up with your boy Aiden over there. You know, and like the other day, JFK, you know, and I'll probably play the video and talk about it. He was saying that when Turtle Boy goes to court, they're going to look at him as, you know, a school teacher, a productive member of the community. You know, he was saying stuff along them lines. And I was like, oh, no, they are not going to look at him like that. They're going to look at him for the POS that he's been, for the abusing that he's been, for the manipulation that he's doing. This whole Lindsay thing, this is not going to go nowhere because Lindsay isn't relevant to this case. See, the intimidation was way before Lindsay. So whether the state trooper following anybody, I don't think that has anything to do with this stuff. Lindsay has nothing to do with it. The intimidation started long before. But now, those just joining us, I was showing people that, let me see if I still, 1 second. We were showing people, that, Will the Glare, he put, I just got accused of the grape word already at my hotel. And then he follows that up with, the Omni handled it right, but I wish I took a picture of the TWAT word. He was just too, the Omni took care of it right. So tag the Omni Hotel, Omni Boston, and ask them, how did you take care of this? How did you take care of it? Was it customer service? Was it, I don't know, was something wrong? How did the Omni take care of it? And if this is a joke to this guy, because men like this, they treat assault like a friggin' joke. They reinforce that idea that females shouldn't even be believed. They normalize that shit where it just becomes entertainment to these clowns. And I always got to go back to, this is your people. What do you call them? Journalism Jesus, right? Something daddy. Like, what? How about fraud daddy? How about assault daddy? How about womanizing daddy? And then I seen him post, because I know he's paying attention, because if you notice, he posts something like, oh, you people want the IRS to look into my turtle chats. No, I don't want the IRS to look into your turtle chats. That's small. I want the IRS and the Attorney General's office to look into your fundraising for your legal defense fund. Because how does, a petty ass low level state charge like witness intimidation, right? High level murder bids don't cost that kind of money. Federal racketeering cases may not cost that kind of money with multiple defendants. Law firms don't that's a big ass retainer. I wonder, what do you get, a retainer for $500,000? What type of law firm does that get you? Bradle and Betterill that can't write a motion? That wrote these drawn out letters? And the judge had to say, I didn't even know what you were putting down. I couldn't even pick it up. It was everywhere. Bradle, you throw it down and I'll pick it up. Booyah. I'm saying? Betterill, nah, man. Don't be doing that shit anymore. Oh, the QR box, that's to my Cash App. So you could just snap that. Ching. Or it's Cash App and also Venmo at Can We Keep It Real. Both of them. Yeah, so these guys, they just go on and on. They normalize, that this shit's for entertainment. And they just teach their audience, right, that abuse is something to laugh about. I seen some guy say, oh, my 11-year-old loves you, Turtle. Like, your 11-year-old, buddy, what the fuck is in your head that you're letting your 11-year-old son watch this friggin' guy? Did you see the pictures he took of his kids in the bathtub and post them online for sympathy? This man is tasteless. He's dangerous. And he should just be canceled. And after this case, the judge should have it in his order because he used the internet as a weapon. that this man should not be allowed on the internet anymore. He used the internet as a friggin' weapon. And Will Henry, if you committed a crime, you should definitely be held accountable, especially a crime like this. And if we get a hold of the alleged, what did you call her? What did he call her? A TWAT. I don't want to say it, but that's what he called her. Horrible. But if somebody gets a hold of that person, agree wholeheartedly. On Twisted Tragedies. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. You know, and that's cool. I got 390 subs on YouTube. But listen, I ask everybody, there's 62 in here, right? I think I have 390. I would love if most of y'all can go over to, look, there's 54 right now on Twitter. If you guys can go over to Can We Keep It Real, right? One at Can We Keep It Real over on YouTube and subscribe. Yeah, I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? Because I want to, rebuild another channel, and just keep bringing this to you, because the more people that are willing to come forward and talk about these guys, thank you. Really appreciate that. Absolutely. I had a channel before, but Matt Hoffa kind of got my channel taken away, man. So going back and forth with him, trying to hold him accountable, which I can't mess with him anymore. But yeah, him and Quarterlap. But Turtle Boy, right? The man who brought this guy down to Boston. He platformed this guy. He normalized his friggin' behavior. Should he be held accountable for what this guy allegedly did at this Omni Hotel? And again, where's the Omni in all this? Where is Omni? Because at some point, right, this shit gotta stop being an accident. It's a choice. The Turtle's making a choice. Will is making a choice. Turtle wants to keep this shit toxic. Because they think the violence against women is a joke. But it's not a joke. It's not a friggin' storyline. It's not a trolling tactic. It's somebody's life. It's not a way to get attention online. I got accused of this already? And that's the crazy word, already. Accused of this already. Nice. Anybody who
say again?
because it's just a special kind of sickness that shows itself when these guys start treating violence like a damn punchline. It's not a tragedy, not a wound that millions of survivors carry in their bones every single day. You have no right to treat that as a joke. People jump when you come around them. They can't look at themselves in the mirror. They're perfectly fine. And then when they come back from being assaulted, they're not the same person ever again. But these guys think it's funny. These guys think it's okay because they've been getting away with it for years. For years. Well, I wish somebody, you know what, somebody should go to the Omni and ask him, say, this man said you guys handled it. You guys took care of it. Puffy took care of it too. Yeah, I think it is on there, but I'll post it. I definitely will. No, it's you. Yeah, I'll do that. Matter of fact, I could just share it. Hang on. All right, give me a second. And check this out. Anybody not familiar with the Eddie O'Brien case? You know, Eddie O'Brien, JFK been doing a lot of work with the Eddie O'Brien case. Eddie O'Brien was accused 30 some odd years ago for killing Janet Dowen in Somerville, Mass. when he was 15 years old. Shout out GNX when he was 15 years old, and 30 years later, Eddie's trying to get an appeal going on, and he just never had the resources in the last 30 years, never had the help really to get an appeal filed. But one thing, Eddie's story never changed. And while I share this link real quick, take a listen to Eddie's story.
Did you kill her? No.
He never accounts for the fact that his blood is in that house. He never explains that away in the tape, and he would not have been able to explain that away at trial. And all of this is that Ed O'Brien has been convicted of killing Janet Downey. That's never going to change.
And that's the thing, man, right?
And he never accounts.
Is because of this guy right here. This is the guy. You didn't hurt Janet Downing?
No.
Did you kill her?
No.
He never accounts for the fact that his blood is in that house. He never.
This is the story of Eddie, Commonwealth of Massachusetts. The system is petty, juvenile law and politics so deadly. 15 years old, known as Big Lovable Teddy. Janet Downing, 42 years old, what's the motive? Killed in her home, young mother devoted. Eddie went in the house, the door was open. She was on the kitchen floor, laying there frozen. Eddie claims this was not what he planned to see. A man with a mask grabbed him. Be quiet. I will kill your whole family. Eddie left the house, ran up the street. Around the corner, washed up in the bathroom at Burger King. Janet was stabbed multiple times. Rest in peace. It was a gruesome murder scene. I agree. Eddie went to his work, said he got jumped, but never said a thing. What? About Janet lying there lifeless, his friend's mother from across the street. Shh. He was in the house. But Janet had a brother-in-law she kicked out for selling drugs. Said if anything ever happened to her, it's him you bring up. The night of the murder he showed up, was acting suspicious in the front yard. Gina in Virginia says he was looking for his keys. It was humid and muggy, but we were showered and neat. He was a cab driver looking for his key. Looking for a key to one of the cabs in the fleet. Yes. How did he know something happened on that street? Eddie says he is innocent, and the cab driver did it.
Who do you believe?
Believe.
DNA under Janet's fingernail, unidentified. Who do you believe?
Come on, come on.
This is the story of Eddie, 15 years old.
Life in prison.
This is the story of Janet, life taken and stolen.
For no reason.
It was the summer.
July 1995.
Do you all remember?
30 years ago, why she have to die?
15 years old, locked in a cage of murder that he always denied.
Let's go. Summer of 95. Life goes by. Welcome to the stream. Long gamers. Peace and love. La la la.
All right, man. Yeah, so if you have a chance, you can go over to JFK and check out the I think he has like 37 different episodes, some great interviews. He just dropped we actually did a reaction to it. Yesterday he dropped the inconsistencies, about Adi, because Adi is always showing up, man. Like 30 years, this guy Adi, which people said for years that Adi is the killer. Adi is the killer. But yeah, so somebody said maybe Turtle Boy paid off the Omni for Will. Someone said in the chat that supposedly Turtle Boy isn't friends with Will now. Oh my goodness. Maybe this brought some heat down on Turtle Boy, and then because Will is saying the Omni did it right, or the Omni did the right thing. How did the Omni take care of it? Like Puffy had that shit taken care of too, and I know you ain't on Puffy's level, but this weekend we're watching two grown men, Turtle Boy, his sidekick Will Henry, dance right up to that line and spit on it. They just push it as far as they can. Whether this shit's real, whether they were lying, whether these allegations are serious, maybe this girl from the Omni will come forward. Who knows? You share this enough places. Oh, they definitely will destroy each other. The Omni should have called the police to handle it. Period. That's right. I think somebody from Boston, maybe they should go up there, or maybe they know somebody that worked at the Omni. I know you people can be resilient, so someone in Boston knows somebody, hey, who works at the Omni. Find out what's going on. Find out who the girl is. Get her to come on one of the platforms, this platform, any platform. The Young Jerks, anyone that is, on the race side. Because there's a lot of people on the wrong side and people on that turtle side, but they could go to people on the race side. But whether this was real, whether it was fake or not, is bullshit. There's people that are still living with trauma. How about the women and stuff? And there's men too. I ain't just, I may have to go investigate, and go to the Army. Bettero is going to get Turtle Boy to plea. He has to plea. But even if he pleads out, he's going to plead to what? 5. Say if it's probation, a heavy probation with a suspended sentence, and no more internet because he used the internet as a weapon. I'm not saying all them Alberts didn't have it coming, or, but he definitely kind of, now that I see it that way, because the judge said, Turtle, you admitted to all this already in your videos. Like, that's already your admission of guilt. What the jury is going to find out is, did he take it too far? That line, there's a line where intimidation begins and journalism stops. New sub here, keep up the good work, appreciate it. Did that line stop or did it continue? Did he go overboard with Colin at the college? Like him or hate him, but Colin left school because of the pressure TB, the trash barrel, was putting on him. The Julie Nagel girl, the pressure. According to Massachusetts law, yes, he did go too far. And I agree. And it wasn't until this last hearing, and I'm just listening to Cosgrove sitting back there, and then I'm listening to what the judge is saying. And the judge is like, I'm ready. Like, we can go to trial now. Like, I already know this case. Like, I am ready. And I don't think they like that. Aiden's argument is the First Amendment protected? Mass law said he committed witness intimidation. It is protected by the First Amendment up to a certain point, though. You know what I mean? Like, I got the First Amendment, but I can't say I'm going to harm you. I can't threaten that you are no longer gonna live a free life. Time to investigate, investigate, investigate. Get over to the Omni. Tag the Omni and be like, how did you guys, or is Will lying? How did you guys, like, take care of this? The Omni did right. They did the right thing. What was the right thing? What was the right thing, Omni? Because something like this should never be covered up. Exactly. First Amendment isn't absolute. You're absolutely right. And I learned that the other day, listening to that court hearing, and a couple of things Cosgrove said, and you go look up the case law, and then the judge says, listen, you already admitted to all this stuff. This isn't about, we already know he did it. That's where Turbo Boy's like, oh snap, Blair is probably lying about the Omni taking care of it. He's a pathological liar. Absolutely. But even if he's lying about this, it's despicable. It's violence in itself. And he should be canceled, and he should be condemned, and he should not be allowed in this community. And until you stop giving him your hard earned money, go buy your grandkids something. Go buy yourself something. Stop giving this man your money. I mean, yeah, you want to give creators money. I'm not saying don't give creators money. Don't give him your money. And it really, technically, they all said it. It wasn't even a motion. It was just a bunch of affidavits. Cosgrove said, I don't have a motion. And even the judge said, like, bro, these are affidavits. This ain't a motion. I have some contacts in the hotel industry, and since I live here, I want. Thank you. Yes, go hold them accountable. See what happened. Let us know. It's definitely important to do the right thing. Did you watch the show the other day? Gave the commentary on his case in that hearing. I explained the law and how things work, how screwed it was. Definitely, people have to check that out. But yeah, like the way the law is, the way the law works, the whole witness intimidation. Turtle Boy just tried to take this community and make it reckless. Because in these guys' words, right, in their world, a woman's pain is just content. It's just a game. It's trauma. And when I hear of like that, I think of back when I was younger, my grandmothers, crying because they were abused. And here I am, a 10-year-old boy, thinking I could take on the world and save my grandmother. But it's just like, it's bigger than one person. We have to stop condoning stuff like this. Someone else's fear, it's not entertainment. The trauma, they want to mock it, they want to twist it, they want to weaponize it. Whatever gets the most clicks that day. And that's really what disgusts me totally. Not the story itself, but the way they're handling this, the way they're laughing at it, the way they just shrug everything off, their cockiness. And that brought me back to YouTube, got me back doing videos. After I lost my last channel, I was like, yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. But then I see all of this stuff going on in a circus You know, and like I said, this Karen Reed thing could have been phenomenal, could have been spectacular. But I'll be right back. Get over to the Omni Hotel and tell them we have questions. We definitely got some questions, man.
Listen up, I got a story to tell about the strong women who raised me well. Yo, I grew up in a house full of queens, strong women teaching me to chase my dreams. Saw my mom grind, juggling, working home. Taught me respect, made me feel less alone while you flex your muscles, thinking that's power. I learned true strength in the toughest hour. You swing fists, you think that makes you a man, but real warriors protect, they don't need a hand.
Yeah, it's respect over aggression, that's the game we play. Real strength comes from the heart, it ain't just a display. For every queen that raised me, I honor they fight. In a world full of chaos, I'm just seeking the light.
My grandmother's wisdom, it echoes in my soul. Treat women with respect, that's how you roll. You think aggression's a sign of your might, but a real man knows how to stand up and fight. For those who can't, for those who are weak. Instead of throwing punches, have a heart when you speak.
Yeah, it's respect over aggression, that's the game we play. Real strength comes from the heart, it ain't just a display. For every queen that raised me, I honor they fight. In a world full of chaos, I'm just seeking the light.
You're a king now, you ain't got the throne. Real kings uplift, they're not out here alone. In a world where ego rules, I stay grounded and true. Building up my circle like my mother's taught me to do. So listen close, this isn't just art, it's a testament of strength, straight from the heart. I'm a product of Queens, respect in my veins. Let the legacy live on through joys and the pains.
Yeah, it's respect over aggression, that's the game we play. Real strength comes from the heart, it ain't just a display. For every queen that raised me, I honor their fight. In a world full of chaos, I'm just seeking that light.
Listen up, I got a story to tell about the strong women who raised me well.
Yo, let's keep it real. It's a turtle tale. No detail too small. Yeah. Yeah, you thought it was cool, playing no sides, right? Recording Karen, yeah, you lied and denied, man, what a sight. Double down on the mess like it's all a game. Talking big, selling our world, but don't it feel lame? Jokes about her parents started making tough, but she lost her home, that struggle is rough. You asked her to rock it with you, to hit the stage, but she turned it down, see who's stuck in the cage. Turtle, where's the hustle, where's the grind? Living on the couch, man, that's no way to unwind. Your case came along, put you on a path. While Karen stays real, you just do the math. Free Karen Reed, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, Kevy kept holding it down. Jay Brill with the beast, yeah, we spitting facts. Turtle's just a mirror showing all your tracks. Free Karen Reed, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, Kevy kept holding it down. Jay Brill with the beast, yeah, we spitting facts. Turtle's just a mirror showing all your tracks. Karen ain't never treated you with hate or spite. Never shared your secrets, never dimmed your light. But you took them shots, throwing dirt in the game, putting her on blast like it's all just for fame. And let's talk about the couch, man, that's where you lay until the truth hit. Then you found your own way, she didn't mock you, nah. She was family, no lie, but you breaking that bond, bro, that's goodbye. Yeah. Turtle, listen up, it's time to rise. Living in that shadow, all those tired alibis. Karen's got a strength, yeah, she knows a place. While you hide behind the hate, can't keep up the pace. Free Karen Reed, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, Kevy kept holding it down. Jay Brill with the beast, yeah, we spitting facts. Turtle's just a mirror showing all your tracks. Free Karen Reed, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, Kevy kept holding it down. Jay Brill with the beast, yeah, we spitting facts. Turtle's just a mirror showing all your tracks. Keep it real podcast, that's what we speak, no lies. Supporting real people, see through all the guys. tell. It's more than just a game, you should know your track, yeah. Keep it real podcast. That's where we speak no lies. Supporting real people. See through all the guys. Karen's got a story and we're here to tell. It's more than just a game, it's a living hell. Yeah, yeah. Turtle in the shade, can't you see? Living in denial, is that who you wanna be? Yeah, we fight for truth, we fight for right. Free can't read, together we ignite. Yo, let's keep it real.
Alright, we back. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the disgusting Will the Glera, saying that he already picked up a grape accusation while in Boston. So you bring your little dirty ass penis down here and you assault somebody allegedly, but the Omni Boston was willing to take care of it. And I'm just curious, people. How did the Omni Boston take care of it? Or was he making all this up for clicks and views? And if he was, how disturbed is this man that he has to bring up people's trauma? And a lot of women support these creeps. When their husband's on the road all week long and they're just hitting their credit card, hitting their super chat. Turtle Boy thinks I care that his turtle chat gets investigated. Screw that. Your legal defense fund needs to be investigated. That's the shit with the anonymous donations, from burner accounts. That's what needs to be investigated. This guy with his grape allegations need to be investigated. He comes up here, Boston, polluting Boston. It's just imaginable what these guys think up. Another prop in their circus, another notch on their belt. If these allegations was true, it's horrifying. Nobody should have to go through that. And if it was false, it's vile. It wasn't only trolling, it's unforgivable. Stop me when I'm lying. If he's lying about this, will you still continue to follow this creep? If he's lying about an alleged grape, not caring about, people's feelings, people that might have already went through stuff like this, absolutely, yes, go there in person. That's what someone probably needs to do, if that's what you were saying. But should somebody have to go through this, have to relive this? This guy is just despicable. Because when you joke about people being abused, you're telling every survivor listening out there right now that your suffering is a toy to the turtle. Your suffering is a toy to the Glera. Oh, yes, absolutely. And tonight we're going to talk about exactly who they are. And that's what we exactly are doing. I want to let everybody know. And I'll continue. I am not worried about these guys. I don't need relationships with other content creators. If other content creators don't want to rock with me because my boat's very rocky over here, because I'll call out the bullshit because I'm sick and tired of seeing it. This is a great chance for this platform to go somewhere, but it's never going to go anywhere. With these guys, they just keep drilling holes in the bottom of the boat. And unless you can swim good, you're screwed. Just keep sharing it, man. Even if you get that one person, two people to listen, five people, you just need that one. Sharing just has, just you got to keep going. Now, what will the Omni Hotel have to say about all this? I've been warning people over 2 years. It's sad so many more victims have made it in the meantime. Absolutely. And right, and the pattern with the victims is the same shit. It's the same pattern over and over again. The whole police report thing, they hacked me, fake accounts. Guy's been doing this. But if the Omni Hotel were ever asked about this situation, what kind of response would a place like that give you? Absolutely. They had nothing to say when I called. Let's see if Leon calls me back. Come on, Leon. Call back. And even if you personally know Leon, be like, yo, listen, man, off the record. What's the deal? Is this guy a POS or what? That's all you gotta tell me, Leon. But a lot of hotels, especially major high-end brands like the Omni, I'm sure Leon has very strict protocol, over these allegations, because their customers want to feel safe. I don't know if they're going to confirm details, but maybe Leon might say, listen, man, your boy's a POS. That's it. You know what I mean? Because he don't want to put himself in the line of fire. Is he a POS, Leon? Let us know. I mean, the Omni Hotel, Will Henry put them into this bizarre story. But the Omni isn't going to go on record about any guest ever, right? I mean, this isn't NYPD Blue, that's not how these major hotels operate. And if you call them up and ask, did something happen involving Will Henry Lange, you get the same answer they give for every incident, big or small. We don't comment on guest matter. We follow all required procedures, beep a bop, according to our corporate, whoever we have the authorities, all that BS. That's what they're going to say. That's their script. That's their firewall. Omni isn't going to want this story out. And if they didn't do anything, and I already asked for the public records for the days he was there, and if they were called there, any SA grape allegations, awesome, man. Absolutely. I'm going to guess my record request will show the police were not called there. That's right. Do a FOIA request. Let us know for sure. Wonderful. Stay on them. Maybe call the police department and show them the post about the Omni taking care of it. That's what's concerning. The Omni, I mean, it's all concerning. The fact that he said already, the fact that the Omni hooked it up, you know, it's all concerning. That's why these people, I don't understand how they're still in this type of community. Because if something serious really did happen, he's really trivializing it. And if nothing happened, he's weaponizing the language of real trauma just to get friggin' attention. But then again, the Omni silence becomes part of the story. And not because that they're hiding anything, but because he is. Right, no, yeah, you asked for the records for sure. I mean, you could definitely ask questions to the Omni, scrutinize behavior, without going over the line. But yeah, get the records, see what happens. And maybe how about tracking down the alleged girl, which would be inappropriate. I mean, but maybe, frame it around institutional accountability. See if you could track down the girl. You could tell where he was basically in the area that night. So if, track her down. I've already contacted Boston PD. The chat is awesome, man. Let's get this, let's solve this case. Let's solve this one. Will Glare might be coming back to Boston with some bracelets on. How do we know it's a girl? Good one. How do we know it's a girl? I love it. How do we know it's a girl? Will Henry, you dirty ass dog. And I don't think Will Henry cares either. I don't think the turtle cares either. And that was probably all paid for with the legal defense fund. Boston PD has many, many substations from B1 and B3. So you need the right one. I don't know if we do anything with a hole. Same for sewer turtle. Like that one. Glazer. You got that one, that picture right there. You got Will Henry on the turtle. By him confirming that the hotel took care of it, they was made aware of the incident. I mean, the Omni is part of the story. The alleged girl isn't the story, right? The protocols aren't the story. The story is this POS. A grown man publicly bragging and joking and trolling about being accused of something so friggin' horrific. and then hiding behind the reputation of a luxury hotel to make him look credible, to make him look like a big shot. Absolutely. You know, we need to put enough heat on them. How did you take care of this? But this is a grown man bragging, joking, trolling about being accused of something so horrible. A horrible experience. And then you want to hide behind a friggin' hotel, man. That shit is a friggin' sickness. And that's a culture that friggin' TB built around himself. And that's what we want the hell out of here. This is what I've been trying to expose. But can't do it by myself. Can't do it by myself, man. Listen, yo, a great appreciate it. You know, definitely share this. Go over to the YouTube page. Definitely, you know, hit the subscribe, hit the like. If you like the content, you want more. I have Cash App and Venmo at Can We Keep It Real. Really appreciate it. You know, any donations, you know, they get pooled together and they go to, you know, paying for the StreamYard, paying for the Wi-Fi, paying for a new green screen, paying for microphones. I got the computers, I got the laptops, I got the beat machines, the synthesizers, the Go XLRs. We got it all. You know, now we just need to build up the audience, and that's what y'all are doing. Appreciate it, and let's go solve this crime. You know, and if you definitely know of anything going on, you want to expose something, man, my word is my bond. Nobody will ever find out you brought me this stuff. Can we keep it real? The number 5 at gmail.com. Let's definitely expose all these weird ass characters that we have going around.
Yeah. It's the truth we unfolding. Join the fight, bring the mic, about to set it off, night's calling. Yo, it's Operation Absolute Resolve. This ain't just a name, targets like Madura's palace. We ain't playing games, cartel de los Soleils. Moving weight like it's that throne, funneling that white gold. Poison spreading on the phone, 200 guards posted up. Shoot to kill on sight, panic rooms. Heavy metal, Russian missiles in the night. Motion sensor drones fly, watching every single breath. But them night stalkers low and fast, bringing order, stealth to death. Rolling deep, choppers fly, see the shadows in the sky. Operation Absolute, we ain't just saying bye. Neutralize the threats, crush the warlords in that realm. Madura fortified, but we ready at the helm. It's the Black Hawks, twin engine beast terrain following fast. Infrared cuts the darkness, suppressing heat to outlast. Chinooks bring the troops, heavy lift, armor wrap tight. Drop them in with green light, got the code ready for the fight. Wagner contractors taking dollars, thinking they supreme, but we breaking dreams. Throwing shadows on the scene, watch the palace shudder. Those fort walls can't protect when the night stalkers glide. They only know respect. Operation Absolute, all part of this game. In the dark we shine bright, never falling to shame. Madura on the run, Brooklyn's where he gon' meet with the hunters in the night while they dragging on defeat. At Operation Absolute, at Operation Absolute, at Operation Absolute.
Yeah. Hey yo, it's time to get real. The streets are buzzing. Free Karen Reed, watch the fire, no bluffing. Critics out, yeah, they loud, but we ain't backing down. Let's shed light on those wearing the crown. Step into the scene, enter Aiden Kearney, aka Turtle Boy, thoughts kinda dirty. Rolling deep with misfits, you know, like Will the Glera. Claims he's tough, but that ain't a real player. Beating on his kid, man, that's a red alert. No cap, no lie, dude, you need to revert.
Let's talk about the truth, let's keep it real. Mary's got a history that's hard to conceal. Turtle Boy trolls with that fake account vibe. This is a community we gotta unite.
Jimmy, aka Aunt Deb on the scene, instigating trouble, thinking he's a mean machine, dividing us up. Man, it's never gonna win. Can't keep the peace when you're all about sin. Jessica Machado throwing threats like confetti, kicking folks out. Yo, you ain't ready.
Let's talk about the truth. Let's keep it real. Clara's got a history that's hard to conceal. Turtle Boy trolls with that fake account vibe. This is a community we gotta unite. This is a community we gotta unite.
Turtle Boy, tell me what's the deal? Slanging fake news like it's part of the meal. Mental, physical threats, that ain't no game. Abusing women, man, that's a real shame. Real shame, real shame, real shame. Watch as the drama unfolds. It's not just gossip, it's harmful behavior that you can't just toss it. Burner accounts, a coward with a keyboard, but the real talk, that's where you ignored. Stand up, man, quit acting like a child. Time to heal, not divide, make the difference worthwhile. Now let's get real, it's time to change the narrative. Stand together, bring the positive imperative. Let's be a voice that speaks for the weak. United we rise, broken cultures can't speak. Yeah.
Let's talk about the truth. Let's keep it real. Clara's got a history that's hard to conceal. Turtle Boy trolls with that fake account vibe. This is a community we gotta unite. This is a community we gotta unite.
Yo. Yeah. Hey, yo, it's time to get real. The streets are buzzing. Free Karen Reed, watch the fire, no bluffing. Critics out, yeah, they loud, but we ain't backing down. Let's shed light on those wearing the crown. Look, let's go for that. Step into the scene in an 18 Kearney, aka Turtle Boy, thoughts kinda dirty. Rolling deep with misfits, you know, like Will the Glare. Claims he's tough, but that ain't a real player. Beating on his kid, man, that's a red alert. No cap, no lie, dude, you need to revert. Woo.
Let's talk about the truth. Let's keep it real. Yeah. Clara.
Yo, let's take a trip down memory lane, where the past still breathes, but the truth's in the stain. Turtle in the booth, let's break the chains. This story's raw, gotta let it ring loud. Yeah. Yo, not only did you record, you twisted the fate. Lied about it all, but now checkmate. Thought you were slick, sold out the wheel, but humble. What's the price when the truth's on the run? Jokes about caring, living home, that's low. While I'm out here fighting life, just trying to grow. But you asked her to ride, she turned you down cold. Remember living on the couch, story unfolds. It was Karen's case that made you rise. Now you got a life, but yo, what's the prize? It was Karen's case that made you rise. Now you got a life, but yo, what's the prize? Can we keep it real? Turtle speaks tonight. Every lie you told can't dim my life. Karen never treated you like dirt, nah, it's true. You shot your own goals, what's wrong with you? Shout out JFK, show off Kevy Kev, 2026, we raise hell. See Karen had. Yo, let's keep it real. It's a turtle tale, no detail too small, yeah. Yeah, you thought it was cool, playing all sides, right? Recording Karen, yeah, you lied and denied, man, what a sight. Double down on the mess like it's all a game. Talking big, selling out Wilbur, but don't it feel lame? Jokes about her parents thought to make you tough, but she lost her home, that struggle is rough. You asked her to rock it with you, to hit the stage, but she turned it down, see who's stuck in the cage. Turtle, where's the hustle, where's the grind? Living on the couch, man, that's no way to unwind. Yeah, kids came along, put you on a path. While Karen stays real, you just do the math. Free Karen, real, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, Kevy Kev, holding it down. J Real with the beats, yeah, we spitting facts. Turtle's just a mirror, showing all your tracks. Free Karen, real, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, Kevy Kev, holding it down. J Real with the beats, yeah, we spitting facts. Turtle's just a mirror, Showing all your track. Karen ain't never treated you with hate or spite. Never shared your secrets, never dimmed your light. But you took them shots, throwing dirt in the game, putting her on blast like it's all just for fame. And let's talk about the couch, man, that's where you lay. Until the truth hit, then you found your own way. She didn't mock you, now she was family, no.
Yeah. We keep it real, it ain't all good in the neighborhood. Let's break this down. Let's talk about the shadows. Yeah. Now let's get real, listen close to what I gotta say. Free Karen, red movement, caught in the fray. Got the critics on point, spilling truth like a leak. Into Aiden, Kearney, Turtle Boy in the spotlight, bleak. The crew's a wild gang, misfits all around. But what they doing, staying, got them losing ground. With a clever man, what's that all about? Admitting to abuse, that's a crime without doubt. Severely beaten down on a child who's unique. This isn't just a red flag, it's a full-blown leak. Instigator Jimmy, stirring hatreds like a brew. Got a reputation for chaos, don't trust that dude.